In early 2020, when the extent of the pandemic first became apparent, the various livery companies considered what they could best do to help. Those with kitchens and kitchen facilities came up with a special idea.
There are two types of kitchen in the livery world, those that are outsourced and those that have in-house chefs. And I went to those with in-house chefs and said, can you help? And they said they could. And at that point, we thought this would last 3 weeks, no more, and so we thought we'd do a bit together. And of course, when it got going, we then went out to all the livery and said, would you be prepared to support it? And it's been remarkable, the support we've had from over 65 livery companies.
What was the impact that you found?
It was the consistency of the quality that we provided and the period that we provided for. It meant that when you're in full PPE and you have 10 minutes to have a break, you know there's going to be a meal for you. So there was the actual practical impact of eating. But the other impact was this incredible boost to morale, to know that there is a whole organisation out there who really care.
Phil Davis, you're, like to say, from the cabbies. How did your company get involved?
Because of a history of the taxi trade in emergencies, we volunteered our services of our drivers to help in any way that we could.
I suppose the thing was that they couldn't use public transport to deliver the food, so your cabbies were vital.
We were critical. Each vehicle would be an absolutely clean vehicle which had been disinfected and cleaned to the highest level to bring the staff in, to give them reassurance that they could travel in a safe environment, and that same vehicle would take them back. So there was a relationship that same driver brought them in, brought them back each day.
So how did your company, the Fruiterers, get involved with all of this?
The master at the time, he saw that and he was dead keen to participate, but he said, as Fruiterers, he said, rather than offer the Drapers a contribution, why don't we offer fruit? And it's been a very straightforward and easy job for us, because fruit is what we know. It's one of the few things that I've ever seen in my time where so many livery companies have gone together, because I've seen the list of companies and I noticed that there's been some very generous donations made, and that's been able to keep it all going. I also happen to know somebody who's a doctor at one of the hospitals and said that the fruit and the meals are very well received.
So Reg, what's your involvement been in all of this?
Initially, it was absolute disbelief. People were delighted that they were being thought about and that there was food available that was nutritious and of high quality. Because of course there was nowhere locally where they could purchase food, as well as restaurants and cafes were all shut. In the hospital on the 5th floor, the restaurant was again hugely oversubscribed, so people were waiting up to 45 minutes for food. So they were delighted that there was food available after that.
Reg, you're both a member of the Drapers Company and also the NHS. How do you feel looking back on the whole operation?
As a liveryman of the Drapers Company, I feel immensely proud. I think we've done something that really matters in a time that really mattered. Additionally, as a member of staff at Barts Health, I think that we are immensely grateful that there is more than just the hospital looking after us, but the ancient and worshipful institutions of London that have cared for staff in their times of need.